What's going on, guys? It's David back at it here for another video today. And in today's video, I want to talk about something that will help you out a lot when it comes to solving problems, getting work done, making more money, getting better results, and being more effective overall in getting what you need to get out of what it is that you're doing, right? So this one problem solving tip basically is essentially, pronouncing my words a little bit off today. Essentially, it basically comes down to solving problems. That's our entire life. We always have problems. Some problems are better than other problems. Some problems are small, some are big, some are trivial, everything in between, right? And it doesn't just mean when it comes to business or money or relationships, just anything really. Everything's a problem in a sense, right? We're trying to improve a situation, make it better, or just improve on something that's already working or it's good, right? And the way to do that is to not try to figure out every single step or everything you need to know before you do that thing or do something. Like, for example, if you're learning to work out, maybe you shouldn't or don't need to, you probably shouldn't be trying to learn every advanced technique or every advanced strategy or every type of workout or exercise, right? You just need to start with something, usually the basics, maybe basic push-ups, pull-ups, squats, or even if you're lifting weights, maybe bench press and all those different things that we do. And if it's cardio, just go for a jog, go for a walk outside, It doesn't have to be something overcomplicated or super hard. There's a problem, whatever problem we have in front of us, we want to solve it right there and then, and so we can implement that, whatever knowledge or info or help we need to get, externally to solve that problem, right? So that's an example in fitness, right? So maybe you have a problem, maybe you consult a personal trainer, you might, how do I work this exercise, or how do I properly get my form down? That's where you get the help. That's where you seek outside help. Maybe you watch a YouTube tutorial about them. Maybe you ask someone who's a fitness expert, right? And maybe in a business setting, here's another example. Maybe you're finally making enough money that you need to hire employees or whatever, freelancers or whatever. If you want to learn how to hire a team and build a team, you've never done that before, you might seek out someone who's done that and ask for their help or their advice or consulting. Or you might read a book about how to build a team and leadership. Or whatever, right? You seek out the right people or the right books, videos, or resources to solve that problem that's right in front of you. So should you be reading a book about how to hire people when you're first starting out in your business? Probably not. You don't really need it. I mean, you can, but just information that you'll probably read and you'll forget. And I've had this problem a lot of times too in my own life. And of course, this advice I'm giving you is also advice that I'm starting to be better at implementing now, obviously. But in the past, and we all make that mistake. We don't, there's nothing wrong with reading or learning for the sake of learning or doing something just to do it and not have any, incentive or problem to solve to do that thing. But, usually we're dealing with a lot of problems, so this is just more focused on that, solving problems that are right in front of you. And here's another example in business. For example, let's say you're worried about getting a giant warehouse. You're worried about how to sell your business, right? It's probably not the first thing you should be thinking about. You should be thinking about actually building that business, getting your first customer, and building from there. So every problem is something you take a step forward every time. And you don't always have to know every single step along the way. You might know the general end goal or the journey, the final destination you want to get to by solving that problem in front of you, but there's going to be a lot of mini micro problems in the way of getting to that bigger end goal to solve that bigger problem. But there's a lot of micro problems, right? Again, in business, you might have customer service stuff you got to deal with, or different things, fulfillment, again, hiring a team, building better products, a lot of different things, right? Or getting more partnerships, whatever. Those are all problems, right? But you can't solve all of them at once. You just can't. It's not possible to solve everything at once. And those are problems that usually sometimes don't always come up at the same time. Sometimes they come down later when you're expanding or building a business. which I'm in the process of doing right now. But point being, that's just a general example. That, or if you're having relationship problems, whatever it might be, family, significant other, friends, or whatever, well, you could probably maybe read books about relationships, or something, or consult someone who's gone through that same situation in a similar relationship, that you're going through right now, the similar problem. Maybe you seek out a counselor or advice, maybe your marriage counselor if you're married, right? There's so many different things you can, resources that you can go to when you have that problem, but you're not going to actively seek out that help. Like, how do I, solve this problem in my relationship when you're first, maybe getting into a new relationship romantically, or maybe, when you're just starting off as you met a new friend. You don't think about those things. And there's no need to, really. When the problems arise, though, that's when you should seek out resources. So, yeah, the main point of this video is kind of to convey the fact that you don't have to always have the answers for everything. And that's something I struggle with too a lot. You want to have you have this image in your head that everything's going to go smoothly and perfectly, that you can solve every problem or every objection that comes up before you even start doing that thing. But no, the fact is there's always going to be problems, some better than others, of course. Like, so you make a lot of money. Now you have the problem, how do you invest that money wisely so you keep your wealth and expand your money or grow your bank account more? There's always problems, some big, some small, like I said, right? But the key is to not look too far ahead, that you can't focus on the problem, the micro problem, or whatever problem might be right in front of you. That's what you should be looking out to solve. Whatever problem you have right now, business, relationship, life, any sort of thing, fitness, anything. I always use the same type of topics as examples, fitness and business usually, but it applies to just about anything you have in your life. Here, I'll give you one more that's not related to that. School. Okay? If you're having problems of focusing or learning a particular subject, whatever class it is, you'll probably seek help from the resources that relate to that in that moment when you have that problem. You might go to office hours and learn from your teacher, ask questions, a teacher's assistant. You might seek out outside books or help or online resources, YouTube videos, guides, tutorials about that subject or that topic that you have for that class. But you're not going to be actively seeking that. You don't need to when you're first in that class. You don't have that problem. You don't even know you have that problem yet. That's the thing. You'll have a lot of problems come up that you don't even know you'll have until you have them. And that's fine. There's no need to panic about that or get frustrated. Well, that's life, right? And problems, that's just life, and that's not a bad thing. Problems can be good and bad, like I said again. But don't think too much about solving every single problem, of everything in your life right at once, or have to know everything, or try to waste your time trying to learn things you don't necessarily need to know yet, or that, because if you learn something and you don't use it, you're probably going to forget it. So you have to end up going back to it later again anyways. So why not just when you actually need to learn it or use that thing, that's when you seek it out, when you have that problem. Not when you're just, trying to find problems that don't even exist yet, right? So that's my tip of the day. Anything you do, again, like I said, any topic, anything you're doing, any problem you might have in your life, think of that next time you have a problem of any sort. Seek to solve the problem that's right in front of you, micro, big, small, whatever. Don't look too far ahead in your life. Don't look too far ahead. Just solve the problem or the few problems that you have in front of you, and just go from there. You might have other problems arise after that, and that's fine. From there, you of course seek out the resources or the things you need to do, to solve that problem after that, and so forth, so on and so forth. So that said, I hope you found value out of this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. Give this video a thumbs up, a big thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me a comment down below in the comment section. I'd like to hear what you think about this video and, just problems in general, because I know we all have problems. That's not something that's going to be avoided from being rich, poor. It doesn't matter who it is. Every single person on this planet has problems, me included right now. All of us do. I know whether people try to look perfect on the internet, whatever, it's just not realistic. We all have our own problems. And I don't mean, again, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing or bad people or that, we're unfortunate or unlucky or whatever. It's just, that's part of life. And you kind of learn to accept that And the more you learn to accept that, and the more you understand how to solve those problems and when to solve them and when to just let things go. And in this case, I'm giving you advice to sometimes just not worry too much about problems that arise in the future. And that's not to say you don't look ahead in the future and look at things that could pop up later, but you should focus more on what's happening right now, what problem or problems you're facing right now. So that said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.